Hello everybody, I'm on Graeme's channel today. Back on the boat doing some DIY. I will show you what I've been up to. And then I want to talk to you because I'm not going to have Graeme attacked by anybody. And that's really what this video is about, is defending him. And also putting some home truths and some straight facts to some people. But first, I've been building the railings, so let's go and have a look. Now I've got don't know if you're going to get this in shot, but these are the beginnings of the railings. I've got one, they're going to go on obviously on the corners here. So the last few days I've been building these sacrificial parts, and I've done this all along here, new piece of wood and fiberglassed it. Don't know if you can hear me, and more bits there, and then the railings there. I don't know if you saw all of that, but anyway, right, I'll come to the meat in the sandwich of this video. Right, first of all, people say ignore the trolls, and believe me, there is a woman who has a YouTube channel and her entire content is dedicated completely to defaming me, Graeme, our children, Duchess of Sussex, Trevor Cool, Sue Smith, Gertie Rude, Dan Wooten. There's a whole host of Megxit channels. This woman, that's all she does. In my opinion, she's a sugar. She says, to try and qualify herself once in a while, oh, I don't like Meghan Markle. But she never talks about Meghan or Harry. Never. That's all she says. Occasionally, when people come at her, she says, oh, I don't like Meghan Markle. And then just slags me off, Sussex, Gertie Rude, as I say, Graeme. Right. And she's been at this now 3 years. 3 long years. Now, I ignore her. She doesn't break the law. She doesn't issue death threats or anything like that. But what she does do is she just tells lies about loads of Megxit channels all the time. Loads of lies. I'm not going to name her channel. I'm going to call her Shithead, because that's what she is. I'm not pumping her stupid channel. But what she has done in the past, and is actively doing right now, is she goes to other YouTubers. I know this, I get these kind of emails as well from some of her crowd who try and get me on board. Someone sent Trevor an email last year about Taz. Taz lies, all Taz's followers are bots. Taz is trying to destroy every other Megxit channel, blah, blah, blah. Trevor sent it to me and said, are you in touch with Taz? And I said, yes. And we both agreed she needed to see this. So we sent it to Taz, who said, thank you very much. I really appreciate people letting me know rather than... But not everybody does that. Some people are really rather stupid and gullible, and they believe this bullshit. They're sent some fake screenshot. That's how it works. That's what I've received. Fake screenshot. Look, Taz said this. Trevor's had it in the past. I'm sure Sussex and Gertie Rude have had the same. Now, those of us with a bit of savvy think that looks like a fake screenshot to me, or can you show me any evidence? Trevor actually told this person who emailed him to fuck off. He just replied to the email and fuck off. Not interested in pumping your nonsense about Taz. So anyway, I mean, I can't believe I'm even having to have this conversation. It's really random. As you all know, Diane Durham, I did a video about her the other day. And someone sent me a link to a video by another YouTuber who'd done a review on Diane Durham, pretty much saying the same thing as me. And I thought it was a really rather good video. So I posted a link to it on my community post and on Twitter and said, this is a great YouTube channel. The next day, this YouTuber had left a comment and said, thanks, but can I have your email because I want to clear something up? So I replied. She said something about, you've been attacking me, which I thought, well, what's this all about? I give her the email address in the comments on the community post. They're all still there, by the way. I don't delete videos. I don't, ever. I've only ever privatised one video, and that was at the request of somebody, and it was to do with Graeme. It was quite soon after he died, and I saw their point, and I privatised it. I did not delete it. I don't privatise videos. Even I know a lot of people didn't like the live I did with Thomas Markle. You guys gave me heat on that, and I took it like a big girl, but it's still there. You can go and see it. In fact, loads of videos that people have not liked, you can go and see. They're still there. People sometimes say to me, oh, I'd take that down, Fiona. And I think, no, I did it. I said it. I stand by it. I'm really rather angry about this, actually. So this woman sent me an email. This YouTuber, I gave her a fucking shout out and I got a right mouthful back in an email. And it will become apparent why. Because apparently this woman is really rather stupid. I'm sorry, there's not naive, stupid. She's been on this other shithead's YouTube and she's just believed a load of lies. I've got to stare at this so it recognises my face to log into my email. She sends me this email. Right, where is it? Okay, I'll read this out. This is from a YouTuber I've given a shout out to. This woman is not a troll. She's a YouTuber. But not a very bright one in my opinion. Hi Avid Gardener, thank you for your email. She means thank you for giving her my email address. I'd never heard of this woman before. Just seen her video, liked it, gave her a shout out. The reason I wanted to chat to you is because I've noticed a few things in how you operate. In fact, I sometimes used to watch your channel before you started on Drop Bear. Right, who's Drop Bear? For those of you who don't know. Drop Bear was a nasty little piece of work who set up a fake lawyer for Wally, took a load of donations from Wally, produced a fake cheque. Anyone who was there back in the day, it was like a weird Australian voice. They purported to be from Australia. They started releasing all sorts of information to the trolls at Atlanta and the likes. And I sent Duchess Drop Bear, of who she purported to be, a letter before action. I got the deeds to her house, which you can do on a land registry search. It's called Public Record. And I sent that to her by text. I really do mean to try and contact the lady who she purported to be, who lives in Victoria, because there is a person of that name at that address. But it occurred to me that they've just stolen someone's identity, and then Drop Bear disappeared. Drop Bear made lots of claims. Drop Bear never showed their face. So this is like 3 years ago. I sometimes used to watch your channel before you started on Drop Bear. Since that, it seems you have been continuously gone from channel to channel, fabricating stories without ever showing your audience one bit of evidence to back up any of your claims. Yet in a few videos, which your subs sent me, you try to claim you know for a fact that you know who these trolls are. I'm like, why are you talking about my trolls? I gave you a shout out. What? It goes on. For a start, please don't try to insult my intelligence. I'm not sure there's any, I don't know. This lady, I've just listened to her. She's on Shitheads Live right now. She doesn't sound very informed, let's put it that way, and really rather unpleasant. I'll ignore bullying for so long, then I'll say something. You did, in fact, make a video a few years ago having a rant about trolls. You identified me and other small channels. I have found one video where you do the same, which I have attached to this email. I have never heard of this woman before. I went to look at the video. I didn't mention her in that video. It's nothing to do with you, love. It's nothing to do with you. Why are you emailing me saying I have named you? You identified me and other small channels. No, I don't think so. Your friend with ginger hair, she means Trevor. I've forgotten his name now, tried to bait me on a few occasions, which I called him out over on Twitter. Trevor's not on Twitter. Anyone who's got half a brain knows he's not on Twitter. Trevor's a very heart-on-sleeve, reactionary person, and if he was on Twitter, he would be talking about little else than, because believe me, there's a lot about him on Twitter. The guy's oblivious. He lives and he prefers it that way. He is oblivious. Good. So I just can't see this woman being in a... She might have been in a conversation with someone else who's pretending to be Trevor. There's plenty of them over on X. But there might not be any critical thinking going on here. Why do you have it in for other YouTubers? Like who? Oh my God. But that's what shithead says all the time. Shithead's like, never produces any evidence. Oh yeah, Fifi this, Fifi that. That's her content. I am her content. My husband is her content. Trevor, Nar Sussex, Gertie Rude, we're all her content. Oh, fuck up Fifi, Fifi this, Fifi that, Gertie Rude, Trevor, Tricky Trevor. Oh, Dan, oh, Fifi. That's that. You don't need to watch her videos. That's the nub of it. They pay subscribers. Oh yeah, you guys are all you're all robots and we're all buying subscribers all the time, aren't we? I mean, honest to God. Why do you attack other YouTubers? Why do you constantly target your own community, falsely accusing them of being sugars? I don't think any of you guys are sugars. I think Shithead is. The shithead YouTuber. Not this lady, the shithead who spews, this stupid lady believes. I mean, any of you out there who do follow this lady, maybe send her an email and explain to her who shithead is and ask her to actually produce some evidence of the things she's saying. Because there's not an ounce of evidence. No, it's just allegations. But it's the allegation against Graeme, and we'll come to that. That's the bit that really angers me. You love bomb, then target. It's no good denying it because it's out there for us right in thinking people to observe, and a lot of people are not easily fooled. Well, this lady clearly is, isn't she? Also, why do you always mock small channels when you want to start a war with them? You go on about their sub count. Can you see how childish that is? You do not own the YouTube platform and you're good at playing the victim. So when did I say I own YouTube and when have I mocked smaller channels? I don't like Shithead. I don't like her channel at all. But there are plenty of channels that I've given shout outs to. Yours was one of them, but then I get this back for giving you a shout out. But it will become clear why she's done this. She actually admits it in the email. It's all up on my community post. You sow seeds of doubt in people's minds about innocent channels and try to come across as factual when in fact you have no idea who anyone is. I once hated Michelle, this is Shithead. In fact, I went for her jugular. Nice. Because I thought she was something she is not and she proved it to me. But I took that war to our emails, did it in private because I'm an adult. So I went to her Helly channel, because she's got more than one channel. And hell is pretty much right. And then I heard her mention she has another channel, so I went on her channel to publicly say sorry. Maybe in future you might want to have the courage to contact people you feel like targeting in private to get the facts correct, but that's not part of your plan, is it? You love everything to be on your channel, drama brings in money. Right. What the fuck is this woman talking about? What the fuck is she talking about? That's not my plan. I give this woman a shout out, and it's not, I tell you what, I'm very, very wary now of giving any channels shout outs because this is not the first time I've been bitten. But fuck me, thank God I didn't say she had a voice like chocolate. Fucking hell. You then try to target a good friend of mine, Poppy. You start with the usual nonsense of putting seeds of doubt in posts like the girl with dark hair did to Poppy, knowing full well it wasn't Poppy. Right, this is Duchess Nar Sussex she's talking about. Last year, Nar Sussex got it wrong. She thought she was talking about Penny Lane, and she said Poppy by mistake. Poppy is a lovely lady. She's someone I've been in touch with on WhatsApp. I won't say what about, but this cretin, I'm sorry, you're a cretin, who emails me, thinks I've attacked Poppy? Oh, I've attacked Poppy, have I? And so Poppy got in touch with me and said, why is Nar Sussex attacking me? I said, I don't know, I'll ask her. I asked her, she said, I've got some bad emails. I replied to Poppy, I said, apparently you sent some vicious emails. Poppy said, that's nonsense, I haven't. So I said, I'll go and maybe it's someone impersonating you, I'll check with Nar Sussex. So I got back to Nar Sussex and she said, yeah, I've got the emails. I said, can you check the emails? She checked and she went, oh my God, it's not Poppy, it's Penny Lane. She said, I'll apologise. She did a full apology on a community post. She did a full apology in her video. Oh, that's not good enough for this lady. Not good enough. Then she was called out and frankly, people were seeing the games being played. The dark-haired girl had to take down and made a lame apology. No one laid into her. Poppy messaged me. You might want to check with your friend Poppy. Get her to look at her WhatsApps. I've looked at them just to remind myself I'm not going fucking mad because of the bullshit you're coming out with. And I contacted Nar Sussex. I've got the messages where I contacted Nar Sussex and where she replied and said, I'm so sorry. I'm sure she could dig out the apology video. I'm sure she could dig out the community post. It was a misunderstanding. There's nothing missing. You have had plenty of chance, lady. Plenty of chance. And you talk about my Graeme, which we will come to. A while later, a man called Graeme, in brackets, I think that's his name. So she knows all this about me, right? She's got all this evidence. She knows all about my life online. Oh, you've done this, Fiona, and you've done that. But she doesn't know the name of my old man. She doesn't know he had cancer for 2 years. And she doesn't know he died on the 4th of March. Made a video focusing on the dark-haired girl's post about Poppy. No, he fucking didn't. Now, that's the bit that makes me really angry. Don't you dare ever talk about my Graeme. Ever. You are sick, sick woman. You are stupid woman. Very, very stupid woman. So you can try and make out I'm mad. I don't think I have to. Whatever defamation you will say on your channel, I'm reading your email out. Defamation is like some shit that's not true. And it's on my community post. Look, another troll, etc. No, I don't think you're a troll. I think you're a YouTuber with a very low IQ because you listen to shithead and you believe the crap that she comes out with. Then try and get your subs and other flying monkeys to attack. That will be all you guys. Well, I don't want anybody to attack this woman. And I dare say a lot of you won't attack this woman. Some people will, because they're going to, or some people, what I really would like is if anybody follows this lady and is, you know, is a friend of hers, have a fucking word with her about shithead and warn her because shit, no good will come of hanging out with that dickhead. It won't work with me. Oh my God, I gave her a shout out and look what she does. Yeah, because I did give you a shout out. And this is an extraordinary response. Like I said, I'm not stupid. I think the jury's out on that one. I know full well what you're doing. I'm not here for the fame. Who is? It's YouTube. I'm here to say my opinion. I repeat, it's YouTube. What a shame you had to ruin a once lovely community. What? So I'm responsible for ruining the whole community. Well, that's one of the things shithead says. Oh, she emails people and stirs the shit. Oh, I wonder, shithead. I wonder who emails people and sends screenshots. Yeah, I wonder. Your backhanded attack on me has been noted by a lot of people. I think this is going to be noted by a lot of people. I mean, how dare you accuse Graeme of making videos about Poppy and you? Graeme wouldn't have given a fuck. Graeme didn't know you existed. That wasn't his... He was busy doing other things. Sickening. Where are we up to? Not everyone in the community is easily led and take what you say at face value, like some like to see compelling evidence, which you have never shown. I have repeatedly shown evidence, and I always often put in the caveat, don't take my word for it, I might be full of shit. But you haven't produced one iota of evidence, and yet you go out on a limb, and then you go on Shithead's Live saying things like, oh, apparently I've got no life, oh, I'm sad, oh, and I look old and ugly. Yes, thank you for that as well. What a bitch. What a bitch. The witch hunts and pylons, the lies need to stop. What witch hunts? What pylons? I demand to see evidence. You're going to say this manner of shit about me? You produce that evidence. Produce it. It's pathetic, and it says more about you than it does about them, and it's actually worse than how the SS scumbags operate. In fact, someone did say to me the other day that you have forgotten about the actual sugars. That's a bit odd. Yet you try bringing a once good community down, which happens to be Megxit community. The truth will always come out, I guess. Yeah, I think it will. I think it will, yes. So which YouTube channel were you referring to in this video? She's talking about a video I did 3 years ago. It wasn't a fucking YouTuber I was talking about. It was an individual, and it's nothing to do with you, woman. It's got none of your business. It's got nothing to do with you. If you watched my channel, you'd know all of this, wouldn't you? You'd also know my husband's called Graeme and that he had cancer and he died. You evil bitch. Including him in this. Well, yeah, I think you're stupid. Really stupid. A very, very cursory search, a little bit of research, a bit of brain power, and you'd have figured out that Shithead's channel is full of shit. That's all she does. She lies about YouTubers all the time. You also lied, in capitals, and said you had never seen me before. Again, more evidence awaits in the attachment. Yeah, I commented on one of her videos apparently 3 years ago. I can't fucking remember every single channel that I comment on. By the way, I can't upload the screen recording on here, so I took a screenshot of the title so you can go and have a look and have a hard think of who you're going to say it is. Well, it was obviously me. You think you're famous or something? Oh my God. There's also other big channels that are very angry with you and have been bullied. Really? Who? Where? Come forth again with evidence. There'd better be hard evidence. Hard evidence. Then they too will be saying their part. So when you read this out to your audience and then try to play the victim, then of course you will send it to the ginger one and the others. Well, of course, because you're slagging them off in this email. You silly cow. You're talking about Nar Sussex and Trevor and my husband. Well, I can't email my husband, can I? Because he's dead. But I'm not the sort of YouTuber. Someone sends me shit. So people have obviously emailed you shit. Well, you actually said you'd been in touch email with that shithead. And you've taken her at face value. More fool you, my friend. More fool you. Just make sure you show them the full email. Yep, I am. Because I'll have copies which I will fight back with. You were going to circle back around to me or Poppy at some point. Anyway, I never fucking heard of you before. Poppy, yes. Why would I attack Poppy? I've never attacked Poppy. Ask Poppy. Ask Poppy when I have attacked her. I'm not even going to say the second part of her name. Because I don't want her dragged into this. What have I ever done to Poppy? I helped Poppy when she came to me and said, why is Nar Sussex attacking me? And I squared it up. Nar Sussex apologised. Oh boy, I wish I hadn't fucking bothered. You need to grow up, leave people alone, but you can't help yourself. You have to start the drama. You thrive off it. Believe me, love, I am far from thriving off this. Fucking far from it. So I replied. Well, I've just listened to Shithead's live, and this dimwit's on there. And Michelle said, oh, she never even replied. She never... Yeah, I did. That shithead is Michelle. Yeah, I did, but don't feel free to lie. Feel free to lie. But then this dimwit did actually correct her and say, oh, I think she did reply. Oh, but I couldn't be bothered to read it. I'll have to go back and check. Oh, I forgot about it and I want to... Bollocks. It was on a community post last night. She could have read it. Right. Let me find my reply, which is a lot shorter. I reply to her name. Firstly, I have checked that video and you are not mentioned once, which is the truth and fact. Secondly, I do not go from channel to channel attacking people randomly. Ask yourselves this, people, why would I? What, this woman's implying, this is what Shithead says all the time, that I, Nar Sussex, Graeme, when he was alive, Gertie Rude, all of us, we go and we look for little channels and we go, right, let's pick on that one. Or let's take them down. Because out of the 60 million channels on YouTube, if they go, we'll have more subs. I mean, really think about it, woman. You really are stupid. Thirdly, I've provided extensive evidence to my audience, which you would know if you were a regular viewer. I do not fabricate evidence, never have. I assume the ginger one you refer to is Trevor Coult. I have no idea if or when you had words with him, but in what way am I responsible for anything Trevor has or hasn't said? He certainly has never mentioned you to me. Trevor's in the dark about all this, but he won't be when he's in this video, will he? Because he subscribes to Graeme's channels. I do not have it in for other YouTubers. I first became aware of Shithead's channel in January 2024. 98% of her content is destroying and defaming other YouTubers, including myself. If you don't like defamation and attacking other YouTubers, then her channel is a strange choice. I do not target my community or anybody else's. I do not mock smaller channels. I have supported many other channels, including very recently yours. I do not start wars with anybody. When have I said that I own YouTube? I have not sown seeds of doubt. I've never targeted Poppy. I still have our WhatsApps. Poppy messaged me last year to ask me to talk to Blair, the dark-haired woman as you put it, because she had mistaken Poppy for someone else. I immediately contacted Blair to ask her to check, which she did, and she discovered that it wasn't Poppy, and she promptly issued a written post apology and video apology. I wish I hadn't bothered to try and help Poppy now on reflection of your ignorant email. Again, I am not responsible for any other content creator, and how dare you write to me with a whole host of complaints about other people. And also, Nar Sussex and Gertie Rude and Trevor are not responsible for my content either, dimwit. The man called Graeme, who you are not even sure about his name, was my husband, who died on the 4th of March of this year after a 2-year battle with cancer. But I suppose you'd have known that if you'd bothered checking your facts. And I'm pretty certain I'd recall him making videos about you while he was busy having chemo, surgery and fighting for his life. In fact, I'm pretty certain that he didn't know you existed any more than I did. For the record, the fact that I commented on a video of yours years ago doesn't mean I'm going to remember you. I comment on lots of channels. It doesn't mean I remember every channel. You have delusions of grandeur. I think you're a very nasty piece of work. I wish I hadn't bothered giving you a shout out on reflection. You're a horrible woman. I am copying in Trevor and Blair because you can't expect to email shit about people and not expect them to know what has been said about them behind their backs. A free piece of advice, I'd avoid liars like Michelle if I were you, and do try to check your facts in future before shooting your mouth off. Now, the only thing I do regret in that email is saying she's a nasty piece of work. I don't think she is, actually, having listened to her on Shitheads Live. She actually sounds like quite a nice lady, just a really, really either gullible, vulnerable, naive or stupid, just downright stupid. I suggest you go and talk to your friend Poppy and get it cleared up. And if Poppy feels differently, you can do a live together, can't you, and present all the evidence, because I think that's going to happen. Oh, but this is classed as bullying, right? You're allowed to say what you like. Shithead's allowed to say what she likes all the time. But if any of us dare to come back and say and defend ourselves, we're the bullies. We're the ones starting the war. I didn't even know who Michelle was until January last year. We just got back from London before Christmas. Graeme had his surgery and we're watching YouTube, and she popped up on somebody else's live. And I said to Graeme, who the hell is this? And this person... Several of my moderators have been warning me. Oh, that's right, she also attacks moderators. Ria, Jodie, Glinda the Good, she's another YouTuber. She tears her to pieces. And you want to hang out with this shithead? Oh my goodness. I've messed someone off. Candor, the fabulous Candor, was called Karma Collective before. And I've also listened on this live. Apparently I've attacked the Duchess of Monty Shit Show. Bollocks. I'm friends with the Duchess of Monty Shit Show. She's never said anything to me about Trevor. Queen Gertie? I've never had an exchange with Queen Gertie. How dare you lay out names like that and say that I've attacked those channels when I haven't? You're full of shit, shithead. And this lady with this YouTube channel, next time someone gives you a shout out, God, if I'd known you had anything to do with shithead, I would never have given you a shout out. Never, and I deeply regret it. In future, I'll tell you what, I don't think I'm going to do any shout-outs for anybody. But, I mean, can you imagine that? Try and do a nice thing like that. And I love Gertie Rude. She's done a reaction video to it. I've listened to that this afternoon. I love you, Viv. I mean, we've had this little cell of terrorists on X. And this lady with the YouTube channel, she's not one of them. I do not believe this lady's a troll. I don't believe she's got a troll account. I think she's a dimwit. That's what I think of her. I think you need to check up. Why don't you go and look at well, I'm going to put this on Graeme's channel, and that is to defend Graeme. How dare you? And then I hear her on Shitheads Live, and she reads, Graeme died of cancer, and she goes, I'm ever so sorry. I didn't know that. I'm ever so sorry to hear that. Bollocks. I told you that in an email, and I posted it on a community post. You didn't even read the whole community post? No, I'm not sure I believe that one. No, I'm not happy about this at all. Not at all. I think it is cruel and wicked what you have done. Wicked. And then to just go on attack. And claiming that my arresting officer helped me to escape the UK and go, fuck off. I mean, really, have a listen to yourself. Anyway, that's enough of my rant. I will not have anybody attack Graeme and pretend he made videos about them I don't think this woman is actually trying to build her channel. You know, some people, they attack a YouTuber to get a shout out. Well, I'm not saying a name of her channel. Those of you that know. And those of you that don't. I mean, I can't believe it. But I would urge, if anybody out there is a genuine, like, really likes following her channel, because I really liked her stuff. I had no idea she was going to be like this. Email her. I'd email her if I were you, and put her on the straight road so she knows. Because the things I've just heard her say, I don't know who she's talking about, but it's not me. A childish, spiteful, bitchy person who goes round attacking and trying to destroy channels and has destroyed the Megxit community. I don't recognise that person. That is not me. I don't know who the hell you're talking about. Honestly, love. You need to have a bloody good look at yourself. And all that nonsense of Duchess Dropbear and her cancer. Those of you that know the story know the story. And as I explained the other day on another video, I had an ex-boyfriend who lied about having cancer. People do it. I would hope that Graeme, losing all his hair, eyebrows, eyelashes on video, while he bravely and stoically stood up to that disease, I would hope that his funeral, that was streamed on live with 3,500 of you, God bless every single one of you. And those trolls, yeah, this dimwit, those trolls chose to attack my husband. That is who you're getting into bed with. That is who you are aligning yourself with. Anyway, I've said enough and the sun's gone down. It's time for me to go home. And good night, and may your God go with you. Except shithead.